All right, guys, I've been working on looking up some of the Somalian daycares in my area here in the greater Portland area. I looked it up online, and there were quite a bit of places documented that were Somalian daycare centers. A majority of them, if not all of them, were considered home-based, which is a nice way to like keep your address from getting posted for safety reasons. There was one that's not too far from the street from my house, at least the geographical area. And I was doing some research on trying to find its location, and I came across this other facility, alleged facility. I came across this other location that had a real similar name, Ali or something. I can't remember off the top of my head, but it was a real specific name, and this name for the daycare center that also was the name of African American community location, which did have an address. So whereas it's not for sure if these two organizations are related, the fact that they have a super similar names and both tied to the African community, it seemed logical to me that the address I found for the second location might also double as the address for the daycare. So on the way home here, I decided to drop by that location and see if I can come up with any more information that might help us figure out if that is in fact a legit daycare operation going down, or if there's a lot of similar stuff going on that you see in some of the other states that's already been documented, as per Nick Shirley and some of the work that the YouTubers have been doing. So we're headed there now, and I'm gonna cut the camera back on, and we're gonna document what's going on at that address. All right guys, so supposedly it's right there in the frame. The brown house there. I'm gonna come up here and turn around and park and walk down the sidewalk. All right guys, so we're walking up the sidewalk towards the building I pointed out to you guys just a second ago. Don't really think much is going to come out of this, but I did want to document the location. It would be interesting to see if I swing back by here at other times of the day or other days, if we got the same 3 vehicles out there, or if we ever see any kind of traffic coming in and out of this facility. It's not too far from us now. We're just about 100 feet out. And we're gonna hang out for a moment, see if we can catch any action going on, or see if we can find any credibility to this being a community center or a daycare. So it's about 11 a.m. in the morning. You would think that'd be kind of prime, hours for daycares. Middle of the average work day here. So we'll just take note of these vehicles here. We got the blue Kia, the white Kia, and the white Malibu there. Be interesting to see if those 3 cars are there all the time, or what might be transpiring there on other days. So guys, I decided to look that up while I'm walking around the sidewalk here. The name of the daycare is the Ali Daycare. And I noticed when I looked up a lot of the other daycares in the greater Portland area, they all seem to be like the names of people, or they sound like they resemble names to me. So ASLI, ALI Daycare, and the reason I suspected that this would be the spot is because there was a ding for the Asli Ali Developmental Center, which sounds just like the same thing, maybe like another word for daycare school or something. That's what this brought my attention to this address, is because the two organizations sound really similar with the same specific unusual name. Yeah, that's what brought it to my attention, and it's right up the street from my house. So, you know, not much going on here. The windows are all shut, the blinds are all shut. I'm looking at it across the street now. Looks pretty tranquil. Not much going on this about to be lunchtime on a Monday. So we're gonna do another walk by on the way out of here and call it a day. But I wanted to go ahead and document this today and this potential location and see if I can find any more news about it. There doesn't seem to be any Yelp reviews or any kind of reviews or comments about this location, which I think is kind of interesting. You'd think that you'd have somebody leaving a review if it's a quality daycare. It does look like that they received some funding, you know, per kid and everything. So I don't know what they document as being on hand. My investigative skills right now aren't as proficient as Nick Shirley's, so maybe we can figure out some of that information. But let's do another walk by and then we'll be done with this. All right, guys, so there it is right there. You can see it. Everything's just kind of chilled over there. Not much going on. I mean, I guess it could be a quality place for a daycare. It's a pretty big building. It could probably fit quite a number of kids in there, or they could probably pretend to fit a large number of kids in there. I was kind of surprised to not see any kind of signage out suggesting it's a daycare, but again, they don't have their address posted for safety reasons, like so many of these home-based daycares do. But that also just raises red flags to me. You know, you don't have a posted address, you don't have any reviews, no comments, not a real site. We'll go back to the computer and we'll look up some of the things that may be attributed to this location or to this African American developmental center. And we're gonna do one final walk by there, get a good look at this place, and then we'll close it down for the day. But I'd be interested to come back in the future and see if there's any change in the vehicles or the traffic. I would imagine it'll probably just stay the same every time I come by. The cars may be parked in different spots, but I would imagine it'll be the same 3 cars with no traffic, windows shut, all that kind of jazz. But all right, I'm gonna flip the camera around as we walk by for one final walk by here. And here we go. All right, guys, as you can see, I mean, not much going on there. Pretty dead. All right, guys, that's a wrap for today. Hope you liked the video. I'm gonna see if I can add some more information to give you some context of why I was here and whatnot. But we'll check you later.